guys, it's Robert again. Today we're doing another unboxing while in between our cooking. And today, StarScream from the Transformers movie, Coronation StarScream. I know I can't say that word right. But this was actually one of the Transformer models for years I've ever always wanted. I remember, maybe it was a fever pitch stream, but I do remember, oh no, it was probably for the anniversary of the movie. They made a version of this years ago. And I was trying to find it then. Of course, I didn't have the money then. Now I found it again. I find it now, and I have the money, so I'm like, yeah, screw it. I'm buying it this time. Just a little gift for myself. So we're going to unbox him. And then if a Galvatron shows up, you know, he'll do his thing that he did in the movie. But...
which is what?
Basically turns him to dust. There was a Galvatron, actually, when I found him, and I almost bought him, but I have to wait until our local Comic-Con is done before I can buy Galvatron. Because I have to make sure I have money for Con if I want to buy anything there. So, without further ado, let's open them up. If I don't break the box, come on. There we go. Just gotta get the right angle. As you can see from the box, I got this at Walmart. Didn't buy it from Fancy Shop because we don't really have a Fancy Shop that sells these at the moment. And the box wasn't in really good shape. I mean, I used to work for Walmart, and they really don't care about as long as the product's sold, they really don't care the condition it's in. So, we're going to open them right up. Pop them right out. And right off the bat, you got Generation 1 StarScream. And actually, ooh, the box comes.
That's from the cartoon.
Yeah, it's from the movie, from the cartoon movie. So it even comes with his own background. So you could literally put this in your house, set up the chair and everything, which is all here, and his cape, and his crown probably. So we're going to slowly take this apart, because I do not know. Ah, there it is. Where the tape is. So here's the tape. We're going to take out the plastic first.
Gizmo, you're in trouble.
Oh, yes, guys. We don't know if when the last time when the guys saw the cooking stream, I introduced you to, we were calling him Gadget then, but we learned some more info that it might not be his real name. It could be Gizmo, because there was another dog involved in the whole situation. But he actually responds a little better to Gizmo. So, we're calling him Gizmo now. But now that we got the back off, you can see his chair's actually...
Why a throne? I'm a little confused.
Yeah, he never really had a throne in the movie, but it shows right here on the box he can sit down.
Did he take over for Megatron?
Yeah, he basically... Okay, for those that do not understand, the original 1986 Transformer movie was actually one of my favorite Transformers movies because it's the one that got me into wanting to do voice acting. The Decepticons... Okay, I'll turn him around while I'm talking. The Decepticons... give me a second, I gotta remember. Okay, so Autobots are going to Earth to for a supply mission, if I remember correctly. Gotta rewatch the movie, but they're going to Earth, build a shuttle for launch. Megatron, Laserbeak, you know, from Soundwave, Shockwave, Soundwave. Either the one that turns into a boombox, the Decepticon boombox. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, and I hate that. But Laserbeak shows Megatron what the Autobots are planning. So they get a shuttle ready for a launch. They launch the shuttle. Megatron attacks the shuttle, kills the Autobots inside the shuttle. Yeah, he unalives these Transformers that were always hard to beat during the TV series. But it was part of the time period, during that time, in the 80s, and 90s, when you wanted a new toy line, you had to kill off the character and bring in the new characters. So that was the point of the movie. But so they go to sneak on. They're going to get to Autobot City by their own shuttle. They crash the shuttle. They don't crash the shuttle, but two kids, another Autobot and a human, sees that there's a giant hole in the ship. They find out the Decepticons. Battles ensues. Megatron is fully... he's in an epic battle with Optimus. Optimus dies. Megatron is barely functioning. and they get tossed out of the shuttle that was made for that one of the Transformers transformed into and went off. And Starscream basically throws Megatron out of the shuttle so that they can get Cybertron. They get the Cybertron, and Megatron's floating off into the distance, into space, meets Unicron. Unicron gives Megatron a new body along with the other Decepticons that were kicked out of the shuttle, so that Megatron becomes Galvatron. And with that, we then, after the transformation of Megatron to Galvatron, Galvatron goes to Cybertron and catches Starscream in the middle of his coronation, and then transforms into a cannon, vaporizing Starscream literally where he stands and crushing the crown he has. So, sorry guys, AJ had to go do something. But I gotta move my arm so I can talk a little more. But, so that's what this one is. This is the Coronation StarScream, which we'll put on this crown, which I think is in there. And it'll be very good. So, now that we've got everything, you know, these ties in here. Now you know the whole backstory of this one Transformers model and who Galvatron is, for those that never watched the 1986 movies. Now, if you have a chance, go watch it, because they do release it every so often. And the movie itself, when it was made, I actually got a anniversary edition, and they talk about how, even from an 80s standard, this movie had such a good, was so well drawn and everything that they could hold on, it could still hold up to this day, that when they HD restored it, it barely did anything. They didn't need to do much. So, I'll take my scissors back here. We're just going to cut these because it's a lot easier to deal with. And we're going to take off Starscream first. So we're going to do this. There's his throne.
Is there decals and stuff?
No, unless there's stuff in there, but I think those are all his weapons and everything, and his crown. So, I think I got them all. So we're going to pull him out. Also, Generation 1 Starscream, I've always liked his design.
Didn't they use the same voice actor for Starscream in the live-action movie as they did in the cartoons?
Sadly, no. The voice actor that was his voice in the original 1986 Transformers sadly passed away before the first, I think if I remember correctly, the first live-action came out.
Gotcha. But they used Peter
Macaulay or Peter Collins, I think that's how you say his name,
is still
as Optimus. He's always been Optimus's voice. So,
well, that's a hard.
Yeah, it's just meant to look like a cape. It's not meant to be fabric. If that was fabric, I would have laughed my ass off. But because even you can tell here in the details that that's not fabric.
Here, show them a couple of things up close really quick while I check my phone.
Yep, so yeah, you see it's got the details just like in the box. And so it's got the details there. Oops. And it's got the details back here. And I'm guessing you have to, how he looks on the here and everything, you probably just stick it like right there. But we'll find out. I'll find the instructions, because I am not, I'll probably transform him at some point and make him into a jet, but that won't be on this video. I'll probably even do TikToks with this guy. But, so yeah. Let's go back to over here. Oh yeah, the instructions. So the instructions I actually just found in the box, along with something else. So there's the instructions. So we're looking there where this goes. And warning, choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3. Okay, well, I am definitely not 3 years old. I am 30. What are you? Oh, I see where you go. Shortly, see? From the pictures, you see he's... Oh, I know where the cape goes on... No, the cape doesn't go here. But these definitely go on here. He's got his extra blasters, and he's got his little crown. So the crown, that goes, I know where this goes. Oop, oop, I'm dropping it. Can't get my hand on it. So we're going to put you, now that I get my hand, right on here if I can. Damn it, StarScream, stop being such a little bitch. Now, should just go right on with no problem. Nice shiny texture. Oh, there we go. So there we go. He's got his crown now. So there is a meme going around. Somebody did it on TikTok that goes, I, StarScream, with the Queen gone, will now declare myself the new Queen of England. They're actually using this model, which I find hilarious. But, so, yeah, he looks actually really good from my angle with the crown on. So we're going to figure out where the rest of these go. But before we do that, apparently, like it shows right here, he can sit right down. So we're going to figure that out here in a minute. But let's right now look into the instructions. Oh, I missed it when there used to be huge sheets, but well, it looks like here they're talking about him transforming. You go from step 1 all the way to step 29. I don't know how many people have been in the Transformers fandom as long as I had. Like, I've been since I was a kid. And in all honesty, I remember when there was a sheet of paper, not this. So they're saving some money. I think they're doing this for some cost cutting, but I feel like a freaking sheet of paper would be a lot better right now. So okay, so we're on to the back. So it looks here that if we wanted to keep, StarScream, we could literally put everything in the back here. So you put his guns and crowns and everything all on here, and then you can have him sit in the front. So we'll wait until AJ comes back over, and we'll try that real quick, but I'm just going to show you guys what's going on here.
I'm actually trying to get Robert a haircut.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go bald for Khan. Okay. So, it looks like you raise him up here, and then you put this. He did not like me grabbing his cape. He just flung around. I actually just hit it. So you then put his cape back here. And again, I can't do it one-handed right now. So we'll wait until AJ comes back. Like he said, he's helping me with, getting a haircut because I got to go bald for Nappa from Dragon Ball Z for Khan. And so, yeah, then we would add the blasters. And then add these. And they don't tell you which blasters go where, but they all look the same. Some are blue, some have the blue tips, some have, longer tips. So they're 2 long tips and 2 short tips. And you can even see here in the details, it shows you the difference. And it looks like the shorter ones by the picture go right here on his arm, and the longer ones must go in here. Yeah, see, you even see how they're designed, how they look. They'll go there and everything. So, and I think the long ones. Oh, the longer ones can also be used as hand grips. So, alrighty. Okay, let's see. Now that AJ's back, let's try to put him together. So, before we go any farther, let's take off his crown and look at this and do this real quick. Let's go by here and see how we do this. So it looks like here.
Did you transform him yet?
No, that's probably not going to be this video. So we can put 2 of them in here, and then put these on.
Aren't those weapons?
Yeah, these are his weapons. Like
and you're putting them on the chair?
You can put them in the chair, like for storage, because it's got space for that.
Oh, I gotcha.
And then you put the crown, it says... Like this, actually. Nope. And like this.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And then, well, you gotta have him sit like this, and then you put this back here from what I'm seeing. So his cape is on the back. So when and you can in the sit. Come on. So yep, just gotta bend him a little, and then move his arms up. Make sure his wings are in place. And there you go. Oh, well, hold on. Forgot about his other arm.
There you go. All right.
Get him, like, sitting. That's the best I probably can get. Yeah, even showing here, you can see there's some spacing difference. So you can actually have him sitting, like, because of his back and everything. So that's the best you can get him to sit.
So he's got like turbines. The detail,
the detail on him is great.
The attention to detail is pretty good.
So yeah, now we've got.
I used to love Transformers, the cartoon, when I was younger.
Transformers more than meets the
robots in disguise. So the guy who does Optimus Prime, I actually got to meet him last year.
Yeah, at our last con.
At our last convention.
I
handed him a glass of scotch and he said, "Autobots, roll out," and then downed it all in one shot.
Yeah, apparently...
Crazy sucker.
AJ here's got a funny story on how that happened.
Him and Jim Cummings.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect this. I'm still in shock by this.
Him and Jim Cummings actually basically sharked another one of the celebrities I was helping to take care of. And he came in... Are we allowed to swear on this channel?
18 plus.
Okay. So he comes in super late Saturday of con. He's got his sunglasses still on, and I'm like... "Jason, you okay?" And he said, "Fuck Winnie the Pooh." And I go, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Dude who does Winnie the Pooh and Optimus Prime tricked me into thinking they sucked at pool and then had me lay down money and they kicked my ass." He goes, "Fuck Winnie the Pooh." He goes, I'm like, "I'm sorry, dude. Should we get started?" He goes, "First, do you have the hookups?" I'm like, "Yes, of course. What do you need?" And he said, "I need... Johnny Walker Red Label." I'm like, "Will a handle be enough?" He goes, "Yeah." And so I just called a bartender buddy of mine. He grabbed the bottle, ran it over, and then we poured like 6 to 7 separate coffee cups with lids on it. And I had to go deliver it to everybody he lost bets with the night before.
Okay, this leg's a little stiff. I'm just being careful. But yeah, no. And
you're a little stiff.
Not right now. But, so yeah.
Okay, sorry. It does work.
Yeah, he is very finely detailed, and in the movie,
I always hated that he was a bad guy.
They actually did in all Transformers where he switched between Decepticons and Autobots, and that was actually the most emotional you probably see from Starscream, and it was actually one of the better. A lot of people agree he was probably one of the better Starscream because of it. But like we were talking about, the detail in this guy. I do have an Optimus Prime, but I've had him for years.
Wasn't a version of Starscream the Raptor in Beast Wars?
I don't know. Actually, I was never a fan of Beast Wars. I'm going to be honest with you. I got into the cars and everything more hard. I got into vehicle Transformers way so hard because I had family who gave me toys of the older Transformers.
Right.
And I destroyed them.
I went back and watched the old Beast Wars. Holy crap, the animation sucks.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Beast Wars, and I want to give it a try, but at the same time, I don't want to be disappointed if I've already had the mindset of I don't like this. And it would just bother me more that I don't like it. So I'm going to stay away from it. And when I finally find somebody that says, "Dude, your mindset's totally wrong, just give it a chance," I probably will sit down and watch it, but that's going to be some time.
All right, let's keep going with the unboxing because we've got cleanup and stuff to do.
Yep. So
now our cooking segments.
So now that I've researched that, we'll just drop his weapons out. We can do this now. We're going to put the... Yeah, my cameraman's drinking, folks.
They didn't see it, so...
Yeah. He's drinking the wonderful Coca-Cola. So we put that on, and he's got that like just like this. He's in the detail.
Oh, I get you.
So his cape is flapping in the wind. Yeah, I know.
All right.
So you can do it two ways. You can just normally put his weapons on, like so. Or you can get fancy and use this, which I was showing you earlier. So we're going to...
Is it like an arm holster?
Yeah, it's like an arm holster kind of thing. So I think, yeah, the longer ones fit better in here, right? Which ones do work better with the arm holsters?
This one. Oh, sorry. This one.
Okay, the blue ones do.
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah.
This is why I'm always in front of the camera, because I suck with holding angles right.
Yeah, and the longer ones can go in his hands. So yeah, it's the short blue ones that can go on here. And it looks like these things can actually move.
Wait, hold on. Here. There you go. I'll just focus on you.
See, these things actually move.
Oh, gotcha.
So you can just do this, pop it in, close it.
You keep getting messages. I think that's your Twitter.
Twitter, Facebook, Discord. You.host what?
What?
What? So, as you can see...
He is single, folks. Let's try and get him out of the, Ted Bundy phase and into more of...
I am not Ted Bundy, thank you very much.
You're right, he was better looking. I'm kidding. I'm just giving you shit. I'm sorry.
So, yep, and just these go in here like so.
Oh, got it.
Alright, StarScream, be a little bitch. Let's see. I usually always looked for anything that was not fully detailed. Like, see how this side has that extra detail right there, and this side doesn't? You want to stick that side. This is how I've always done it. Can that move? That can move. Nope, cannot. I always put that detail first. Right. Oh! I am doing this wrong. Look at it right here. If you see it right here in the picture, look at the angle. I have these upside down. Now, can I get it up without breaking it? That's the main question.
Did you say get it up?
Get it out.
Oh. That's a question I think you need to ask some people.
So...
There
we go. Because even look, even how it looks, it's at an unique angle, even when the arm is straight.
Gotcha.
And they don't show that on here at all.
Okay. So,
score 1 for detailed pictures.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who did this?
So something like this is going to be what? The guns on his... Let me see the transform part.
Yeah, he can...
It looks like it gets different.
Yeah, like, he can also hold these ones. The longer ones, looks like he can hold them.
Mm-hmm.
They give you 2 sets of guns, which is kind of cool. So maybe you just switch them up. They're all the same gun anyway. So, yep, we go back here. We go back in. See how it's already like that? So we go in. Go back in. Go back in. Now... Like I said, the detail, even on this picture, the detail is on the outside. So we're going to copy that. We're going to put the detail on the outside. If I can find the hole. Come on, bud. I'm having trouble finding the hole.
It's not what a lady likes to hear.
Well, good thing StarScream's not a lady. Okay, looks like... Let's try this. Ah, there we go. Because you're supposed to be able to... Oh, okay. There we go. So he's got shoulder pads now. He's got shoulder pads, so you got to go up.
Well, it was made in the 80s when shoulder pads were popular.
That is true. Put that
so
down.
That doesn't angle down?
doesn't. So this is StarScream with his all this...
So he kind of looks like a king because he's got, like, royal... armor.
Royal armor, indeed.
What was StarScream? He was more like Megatron.
Yeah, that's him right there. The closest you can get to him right now. His voice actor was also in the 80s. The 80s voice actor, God rest his soul, was also the voice of Cobra in the 80s cartoon.
Oh.
So there's a lot of jokes that StarScream died and Cobra Commander appears, and it's just really StarScream's soul in a person's body, but... We've actually been proven that StarScream can't take over anything organic.
He can or cannot?
Cannot. He can only take over fellow robots or anybody with robotic implants.
Okay.
That was actually in a manga. We don't talk about that manga because he did not understand women or human biology at all. He embarrassed the poor girl to hell. But
there's your together StarScream.
yeah, this is him all together. And then if you want some extra firepower, you put these in his hands. And I didn't see this before. I didn't realize this. I didn't even realize it in the pictures. You can actually open his hands.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I actually had a Transformer. I don't know if I still have it or not. He had 2 left hands.
They used to do that all the time. They'd come off the line like that.
Yep.
My Optimus was the semi truck Optimus was like the fire truck Optimus.
Fire truck. So that was that was early 2000s. I remember that one. Fire truck.
Oh, well, then maybe it was the semi truck one because he had the blue and red. So
yeah, blue and red was always semi. If it was fully red, he was the fire truck from Armada.
Oh,
that was kind of like my childhood. But yeah, if you want some extra firepower, you can put these in his hands. But yeah, where's his? Oh, I realized he went quiet, and I'm like, it's too quiet for him.
No, he already made his mess and.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do more firepower. And if he wasn't so starstruck when Galvatron or so shocked when Galvatron made it appear thinking it was Megatron, probably could have just shot Galvatron and stayed the leader of the Decepticons, and the whole movie series would have never actually happened. But
you're saying Galvatron is Galvatron good or bad?
Galvatron is Megatron's new form in the movie.
Oh, that's right. In the live action too, huh?
They did it one for one movie, and they went back to Megatron. We don't know whatever happened to Megatron or Galvatron. We don't know if it's 2 different Decepticons.
Right. Okay. But Galvatron basically disintegrated Starscream, turned him to dust.
Mm-hmm. Just pure dust. Nothing came. There was nothing.
Is this what started the series, the TV series?
No, the TV series started before the movie. The movie was to transition to a new toy line of Ultra Magnus, Hot Rod, or now Rodimus Prime, Cup, Blur, RC, Galvatron, and the Sweeps. And there were still some of the older Decepticons still part of the series after the movie, which was supposed to be season 2 or 3, I forget. But the whole movie was about them basically transitioning to new leadership on both sides, and honestly, that was my introduction to Transformers. Really, was the movie before anything else.
Right.
So, seeing people do so much shit and say so much shit about Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime for killing Optimus. I've watched that movie enough times to tell you that Hot Rod was just hot-headed and was trying to help Optimus. I gotta say that I would probably have done the same thing if I was in his shoes, because he saw Megatron about to do a dirty trick and wanted to help. But
gotcha.
In my opinion, Rodimus Prime was my first Prime because technically Optimus had died in the movie.
Right.
So I can't really say anything mean about Hot Rod and Rodimus because of that reason. I'm also fairly certain that
right there
they did it. They wanted to make sure some things were going on with it. Again, it was for a toy line change. And the toy line change, they have to do something about the old models. And they honestly just killed off Optimus to try to push Rodimus. And that was probably more of a mistake on their part. They should have had more of a passion of the torch a little easier. I'm not saying that the movie they could have been done a little better, but the movie's great. Everything the movie's great. I love the old series. I actually found a place to watch the original series not that long ago, and I watched from episode 1 all the way to the last episode of Generation 1, and loved every minute of it because I was just I'm like, oh my god, they had so much expectations for the future. It never happened. But I did like it was like the year 2005 and everything when I was like in the 90s. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, in the 90s when I was watching Transformers and I watched that movie, I was half expecting Transformers to land on Earth in the year 2003 so that we would have the events of 2000 from the movie, which was based in 2005, actually happen.
Isn't that when the movies came out?
I think you're right.
I was just sitting here thinking.
2005, right around that time. I was still in school because I know when I graduated high school, they were still making like one of the movies. So yeah, it could have been. I think they purposely did that in 2005 for a reason, but that's it, guys. I'm not going to transform them because that would take longer. And I don't have we don't have the equipment right now. I'm using my phone right now. Until we can get the equipment where we can speed rush through this and edit it to speed rush, we're going to have to just do
2007.
All right, 2 years after. But
What the?
they probably started production in 2005.
What the?
But
They're doing a Rise of the Beast live action movie.
yeah, that's the Beast Wars one. I actually have hopes for that one. As much as I just knocked the Beast Wars earlier, I do want to see that. I want to see how they do, because maybe it'll give me the chance to see better animation. I think it was the animation when they originally came out that threw me off, because there was a lot of shows like that back then that I did not like, and now I rewatch them and I'm like, oh yeah, I do like this. So it could be just that. And I'm going to be honest, it could just be that. My childhood could just been like, I don't like this animation, I'm not watching it. And I'm going to be honest, it could have been the reason. But we're going to sign off.
We're going to start cooking.
We're going to start cooking. Hope you guys have it. StarScream here is probably going to tell us how to cook.
Robert needs a sign off. I was just telling him this the other day.
Yeah,
so should he just do the Walter Cronkite?
Boy.
No, and go, and that's the way it was.
No, I don't want to take Walter Cronkite. I mean, that's a very iconic thing, and I don't want to copy somebody. Because
you should do Jim Carrey's thing from The Truman Show. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
I could, but again,
Ripping off. Yeah, I get you.
Off. I don't want to rip off. I don't want people coming after me for copyright.
So send him some ideas.
Yeah, send me some
I mean,
ideas.
how many subscribers do you have?
Right now, I have a few. I can count them on my hands.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yes, but I got to do that. I keep forgetting to do that in these videos. Like, subscribe, share. Have a great day.